Learn English slowly. Hi everyone, it's Emma. Thank you for joining us today. I'm really glad you're here. I will be looking forward to this episode because it's a topic we all struggle with, including me. And I'm sitting here with a notebook and slightly chaotic mind, which feels perfect for today. And I'm Daniel. My mind is also chaotic, so I feel very qualified to be here. You always bring me honors. I try, but seriously, I studied for this one. Memory is something I complain about probably 5 times a day, Sam. And that's exactly why we want to talk about it. Our memories are messy not because you're careless or because we're bad at remembering, but because modern life is noisy. We're surrounded by constant information, messages popping up, thoughts racing, apps calling our attention. It feels like my brain is a big group chat and everyone is talking about the same times. That's the perfect description. And everything is loud, nothing sticks. Memory needs focus, even small moments of focus to form clearly. So forgetting it doesn't mean something wrong with our brain. Not at all. Forgetting is often just a sign that we are multitasking, distracted, tired, or rushing. Think about it. How many times do we read something while thinking about something else? Too many. There's a day we read the same sentence 5 times before it finally enters my brain. I've been there. And that's because they just remember. It's a process, a change, a story is our brain how you record. And if we interrupt the story, even with small directions, the memories become blurry. So it's like taking photo while shaking the camera. Yes, the picture exists, but it's not sharp. That makes sense. I always thought people with memories were just gifted, but it sounds like memory is more than habits, than talent, completely. Memory improves when we get our brain to slow down and pay attention and repeat things, when we notice details, when we let information land instead of brushing past it. And I guess most of those give our minds much space. We jump from one thing to another all day. We do. And that jump, that constant switching, is what makes memory feel messy. But the good news is, messy doesn't mean hopeless. It just means we can learn different ways to help our mind breathe. I'm ready. My brain is ready. My keys might not be, but I'm ready. Let's see how far we can go today. Emma, we say yourself something the last part that stuck with me. That memory is basically attention, just recorded. It sounds simple, but also kind of deep. What does that really mean? It means the memory begins long before remembering. It starts with the moment we notice something or don't. The brain can't save what never fully saw, heard, or understood. So the first step of memory isn't a remembering part, it's a paying attention part. That makes a lot of sense. When I forget someone's name, it's usually because I didn't listen at the first place. My brain was already 5 steps ahead. Exactly. So many people think they have a bad memory, but actually they have a busy mind. They are thinking about next checks, the next worry, the next tab in the mental browser. The mental browser is always opened with too many tabs, and when attention divided, memory becomes blurry. Think about a camera. If the camera lens is the focus, the pictures won't be clear, no matter how advanced the camera is. So the problem isn't the camera, it's the shaking hand. Yes, and here's something interesting. The brain pays extra attention to things that feel meaningful, emotional, surprising, or new. That's why you can remember childhood trip in vivid detail, but forget what you ate 3 days ago. That explains it so much. I remember lyrics of songs from 10 years ago, but I can't remember when I put my charger. Because emotional and attention make strong memories. Routine and repetition were which one, unless you consciously slow down to notice them. So, how do we use the idea in real life? How do we help our brain focus on the right things? By practicing tiny moments of deep noticing. You don't need to meditation sessions, just 3 or 5 sessions where you truly pay attention. For example, when someone says their name, pause and repeat it mentally. When you place your key somewhere, look at the spot for 2 seconds. When you read something important, slow down and underline one word. That feels easy, like creating little anchor in the mind. Yes, those anchors help your brain understand. This matters. Keep it. The brain doesn't automatically know what is important. You have to signal it. And I guess multitasking kills the signal completely. Multitasking is turning down the volume of attention. You're technically doing many things, but not fully experience any of them. And the brain can store what it only has saw. So the secret is a super memory trick. It's slowing down just enough to let information enter. Yes, memory works best when we give a space, even tiny space. That makes me feel hopeful actually. Like memory is like being a mysterious skill. It's something I can train. You absolutely can. And once you understand how attention shapes memories, everything becomes clear. Why we forget, what we remember, and how to guide the process. I like this. It feels practical, not just stressful. That's the goal. No pressure. No, you must remember everything. Just more choices that may remember it easier. Emma would talk about how memory works, but I feel like her story would make everything clear. Do you have one? Something real? I do. It's about a man named Theo. Mm. Someone I met at a workshop a few years ago. He had a great sense of humor, but he constantly joked about having the worst memory. I already relate to him. What was his story? Theo worked in marketing and remember details were important for his job. Name, dates, ideas from meetings. But he kept forgetting small things, not huge mistakes, just little moments that made him feel embarrassed or frustrated. Those small moments add up. They can really affect your confidence. They did for him. One day, he forgot the name of a client he worked with for months. He was careless. He was overwhelming. His mind was always sprinting, jumping from task to task. So information never had a chance to settle. That sounds familiar, too familiar. Many people like Theo. But here these things change. He told me about a moment that completely shifted how he thought about memory. It happened during a phone call with the grandmother. Oh, that already sounds emotional. His grandmother is older, and sometimes repeat a story. But this time, she asked Theo if he remembered a small childhood moment. But the day he brought her a drawing he made at school, she did write the papers, the colors, the way he smiled. Theo forgot the moment completely, and she remembered everything, every detail. And then she said something stayed with him for years. I remember because I pay attention with love. That's powerful. That sentence opened something in him. He realized it wasn't bad and he was living too fast to notice moments as matters. He was given in my ingredients in clear. So did he do? He created tiny habits he called the pause and mark. Whenever he wanted to remember something, a name, an idea, on a task, he paused for just 3 seconds and mentally marked in with what he repeated. Sometimes he wrote it down. 3 seconds, that's all, and it worked completely. His memory improved not because he became smarter, but because he became present. He started giving each moment and small moments of attention. I really love that. It feels human, not like trick, but like shift in how you treat your mind. That's why history will stay with me. Memory improves when we slow down enough to feel the moment. When we look, listen, and let something land. So the real skill isn't remember better, but noticing better. Beautiful says, noticing is doorway to memory. I'm going to try this pause and mark. 3 seconds feels adorable, even for me. And the best part, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Your brain learns that the tiny pauses and signals. Keep this. This matters. Then I'm ready to train my brain one pause on a time. Let's build those tiny moments together. Emma, the more you will talk about memories, the more I realize this not just about techniques. My brain feels forgetful mostly when I'm stressed or tired. It's like everything slips out of my head. That's completely normal. Memory doesn't live in separate rooms. It lives inside everything else, your emotions, your energies, your sleep, your environment. If any of them feel heavy, your memories will feel heavy too. So improving memory is just a skill or lifestyle, a very gentle lifestyle. Think your brain as a friend or live with. If your friend is exotic, overwhelming, or anxious, they won't remember what you tell them. Your brain works the same way. That makes sense. When I don't sleep well, I forget to stimulate things, even things I care about. Sleep is one of powerful tool for memory. When you sleep, your brain cleans itself, organizing information and strengthens connections. It's like a night shift team working quietly while you rest. So sleep is not just resting, it's memory maintenance. Maintenance. Beautifully said, and emotions play a huge role too. When you stress, your brain releases the chemicals designed to protect you, not help you remember when you laugh or wireless. True. When I'm stressed, I can't remember all my birthdays sometimes. Stress narrows your focus. It makes your brain think survive now, remember later, and later never comes. So your memory feels foggy, not because you're forgetful, but because your body is trying to protect you. That actually feels comforting, knowing it's a personal feeling. Not at all, and your environment also affects memory. A messy space, loud noise, or too many digital distractions can make your brain jump around. And when it jumps, memories becomes fragment. So environment is like the background of the movie. It's a bit too chaotic to pay attention to the main character. That's a wonderful metaphor. And when the background becomes calmer, even just a little, your mind has more space to notice things. The tiny desk, a quiet corner, a phone placed face down. Small changes can make your brain feel supported instead of rushed. I noticed that when I clean my desk, even just a little, my thoughts feel clearer. It's strange but real. That's because clarity outside creates clarity inside. And clarity inside has memory from easily. Your brain loves gentle organization, not perfection, just breathing room. So we can help our memory by helping our life feel a little balanced. Absolutely. When your mind feels safe, and calm, it can store information better. Memory thrives when the brain feels cared for. I like the idea, making my brain feel at home, like giving a good condition to grow. Yes, treat your brain like a friend, not like a machine you expect to work all day with no rest. That's the lesson I needed, a lesson we all need. And once your brain feels supported, even small memories habits we talk about later become twice as effective. I'm ready to my brain's a friend, not tired or coworker. Then you're on right path. And we talk about attention, emotion, stress, and even brain's night shift team. But now I'm curious, what small habits actually help us remember things better? I love this part because memory habits don't need to be dramatic or complicated. The best one is so simple you might think, wait, that's it? Simple is good. My brain likes simple. Then like this, let's start with one of the strongest tool, retrieval. It means pulling information out of your memory instead of just building in it. So instead of reading some 10 times, I try to recall it on my own. Exactly. Who's my last time? I mean, yes, that's the idea. Recall is a strengthened memory. Even try to 2 seconds build stronger connections than rereading 2 minutes. That's surprising. I always throw rereading words the safest way. Rereading feels safe, but recalling builds strength. Another habit is by repetition, reviewing something with increasing time gaps. For example, review after 10 minutes, again after the 1 hour, again after 1 day, again after 3 days. That rhythm feels natural, almost like watering a plant, and your memory totally a plant. Water little at the right times, not at all once. Another wonderful habit, making information meaningful. Your brain remembers story, emotional images, not dry facts. So if I want to remember the number, I connect with something personal. Yes, turning information a tiny story, create a picture in your mind, link it with there's something you care about. That emotional tag makes a memory stick. I used to do that as a kid. I turned homework into weird little stories, and it worked. It still works adult. The brain never stopped loving stories. Another tip, reduce tiny distraction when you want to remember something. Put your phone face down, lower the noise. Take one slow breath before you start the text. That one breath, I can feel how powerful it is already. It's a signal your brain needs. It said, this matters, pay attention. And finally, the simplest, most underrated habit, write things down. Not because you forget, but because writing you have organized or story information. So writing is more than a backup. It's a part of memory process completely. When your hand moves, your brain processes. When your brain processes, it remembers. This habit actually feels doable. No pressure, just gentle, simple stuff. That's the spirit. Improving memory isn't about becoming superhuman. It's about helping your brain feel supported, noticed, and cared for. And maybe losing my keys at a bit less. That too. Before we end, let's take a quiet moment. If you've been frustrated with your memory, forgetting names, dates, tasks, or tiny everyday things, please remember you are not alone. You are living in a fast, noisy world, and your brain is doing the best to keep up. And sometimes it's keep a little kindness, not pressure. A little kindness, a little space, and a few gentle habits can change so much. You don't need perfect recall. You just small moments of attention, small pauses, small signals you tell your brain this matters. And every time you practice, even a tiny bit, your memory becomes stronger than you think. We also prepare PDF for this episode, vocabulary, reflections, And simple exercise to help you drive this memory habit in your daily life. You can open it whenever you want in support. Thank you for spending time with us today. Take care of your mind. Treat it like friends. We'll see you in the next cozy episode. But for now, bye everyone.